what is it that you have that other people lack? Like, what is the facility or the mindset that you're able to get into that allows you to click in and say, I'm going to run this last 19 miles, as opposed to what most people would say, which is, I'm done?
You know what? There's a lot of answers for that. But once again, once you find, my purpose was pretty much at that time to raise money for a foundation, but I can't say that was my only driving force. When you're in that much pain, I'm sorry, you're not thinking about raising money for a foundation. Right. I'm sorry, I'm human. I had to go dark. And going dark was I had to go to that straight, barbaric, animal mindset of like, as bad as I was suffering, I had to make it work to my advantage. I had to enjoy, I had to embrace the suffering. I had to really see, man, now I'm at mile 70. I've never gone 70 miles before. What if I can go 30 more miles in this situation? So I had to talk to myself very differently versus being scared of what I was doing in my body. Because if I thought that way, which a normal person should think that way, but once again, I have a warrior's mentality. I thought the exact opposite. What if I get through this, being this messed up? And it sparked my endorphins to say, if I can go 100 miles or 30 more miles, this messed up, where most human beings couldn't. I just did the what if.
Right.
And I saw myself finishing this race and the feeling I would have after I finished it, and it got me through it. This is one reason why I didn't want to go on social media, because people will take exactly what I said to you, because why most people haven't found what they're passionate about. I did, and I was passionate about David Goggins in this journey, my journey. And my journey was to see how far can I go. I came from nothing. I had nothing, no great mentality, no great family, no great education, no great, I have sickle cell. Mm-hmm. I have a hole in my heart the size of a poker chip. I had 2 heart surgeries. I had nothing. And my journey was to see what I was capable of. So it wasn't like being a masochist, nothing like that. It was the fact that I wanted to see who the best me was. And I wasn't willing to settle for stopping at 70 miles. Right now, I'm very glad that I don't do that anymore. At that time in my life, I was looking for myself. Mm-hmm. And like I said, for myself. It wasn't about being a masochist, because it hurt.
Yeah.
I didn't like the pain. It was real. It was real to me. I'm not a crazy guy. I'm not a masochist. I'm a guy that wanted better for myself. And if you're willing to live, it doesn't take you running 100 miles. It doesn't take you running on broken feet. For me, it did. I create this thing called the cookie jar as I went through my suffering in life to become who I was. And the cookie jar was every time I failed everything so many times in my life. And failure, and I would succeed. I would fail, and I would succeed. I had to figure out how to succeed through failure. Mm-hmm. And I put a bunch of cookies in the cookie jar. The cookie jars are things when I start to get the woe is me mentality, which we all still get, even though you could be very successful. I reach in and I say, oh, this is my childhood, and this is what I did to overcome that. I would remind myself, because a lot of times when you're in hell, you forget how great you really are, because at that moment, you're suffering. Mm-hmm. So you don't think about the great things that you've done. I take time to really calm my brain down when it's stressed out and remember where I came from. And say, okay, we can do this. Mm-hmm. We can do this through a calm, patient mind, figuring out how to do it.